Today's conversation, folks, and I never thought I would do this. I've never been on here, and I've already said it before in a couple of my other videos. Have never come on YouTube and just straight spoken from the heart. But sometimes you have to do that because if you don't, then other people's lies about what they do and how they are just going to keep on stacking up and stacking up and stacking up. And if you don't keep speaking about certain subjects and telling people the truth about other people's lies, then they're just going to stack up, and people are going to keep on listening to it and keep on following them because they have no regard for the truth. But the truth needs to be put out there, regardless if somebody wants to listen to it or they do not. And this conversation, I want to talk to. I don't write anything down. I don't script anything. Sometimes I might get lost in my rambling, but this is about employees and about sticking up for yourself. And hello to everybody who wants to be a spy and wants to listen to my words and try to find something that they can find to get me in trouble because you have no type of morals, you have no type of respect for your employees, and you don't want to listen. But now all of a sudden you want to listen because I am on a platform where you can't silence me on. Yeah, I know you're out there listening to me. I know you're probably some of my first views, just like you're some of my first reads on my Facebook pages. I don't care. I don't care if you listen to me. You didn't listen to me before. Why you want to listen to me now? But this isn't to those dogs. This isn't to those. In the Bible, they say the people who people throw their pearls to, those pigs. This isn't to them. I know they're listening. Hopefully, they'll learn something. Maybe it'll penetrate their heart or their mind so they can finally understand something that actually means something instead of a bunch of bull crap and a bunch of advertised slogans and gimmicks that are, to me, made by con artists who would rather take your money than tell you the truth about how they actually treat people. Because if they've been listening to all of this thus far and they still don't get it, then hey, what I can call them this stuff I call them. Con artists, liars, frauds, all that other things. I'm not afraid to say that. So hello to, first of all, to everybody out there who is spying on me and who has been spying on me. I know who you are. I'm not going to say no names. You know who you are because you're listening to this right now. So there's no need for me to say who you are. Hello, I know you're listening. This isn't to you. This is to you employees who have been manipulated by people like this, who believe that because they have management positions or they have higher up positions that they can just treat you any type of way just because you're an employee. Some people think that you're a little worker ant, like on A Bug's Life or something like that. I'm here to tell you that this is for employees who will tell people things, tell their coworkers how they feel, vent, and go 100% out to their their coworkers about how they're being treated, what they feel like they deserve because they've been here and done this, that, and the third. But when it comes to talking to people who they need to talk to tell these things to, they don't say anything. You don't be afraid to talk to these people, to say what you really feel to them, just like you do to your coworkers, just like you do when you go home to your family members and you gripe, because these people are not above you. I know this world has manipulated people into believing that just because somebody has a management position or they own a company that they are above you. They're not above you. Without you, the worker, without you, the person who comes in every day to push their product, they will be absolutely nothing, and they know that. They don't want you to know that, but you need to know that. Because if you don't, what power do you have? You're going to be in the same position, stuck in the same position for years and years, and hearing them say, oh, yeah, well, I know that you deserve this, but you need to do this, that, and the third. Politics. Politicking you into believing that you don't deserve something that you already know in your heart that you do. But they'll let their little friends get it. They'll let their little family members get it, won't they? So why would you stand for that? If it caused you to lose your job, it caused you to lose your job. Would you rather lose your dignity? I would rather lose my job before I lose my dignity. Before I lose myself as a man or as a person or as somebody who knows they deserve something that they deserve, I'd rather lose everything than lose what I know I have inside of me and what I feel like they owe me. And that's what I want to talk to you about today, employees, because I know that we're not the only employees this company has done like this. Because I have, when my sister put what they did to her online, another one of their former employees contacted her and said, "Don't let this go because they did this to me, and I feel like that this company should be told about, that people should know about how they do it, and it shouldn't let it go because they did the same thing to me." So yes, this has happened to other people, not just us. So I'm waiting for the rest of people to stand up for themselves and to come and tell the truth and not be afraid to tell the truth in fear of losing their job or in fear of being targeted or in fear of whatever. So you have to educate yourself. You have to know your worth. You have to believe in what you are, because people are going to politic you and tell you anything that they want to tell you because they don't want to give you something that they know that you deserve, because they're greedy and they want to give it to other people who they believe deserve it, or because they have a little favoritism and all that other stuff, but they don't want to treat you right. So, but my main message isn't to really talk about them, because I already know that they're a bunch of frauds and they're a bunch of liars, and they'll say whatever they want to say and politic you into believing that what they're saying is right and give you the runaround about what you deserve when you should already know what you deserve. I want to talk to you about your worth and about how you need to not be afraid to stand up and tell them about your worth. And don't be afraid to tell them everything that you would say in your home to your family members. When you come home after night, after a long days of work or after a long day of work, what you would say to your other coworkers who are also struggling with you. Don't be afraid to tell people. Don't accept what they're saying just because they say it and make it sound good. Contradict what they're saying, or not necessarily do that. Come back at them with what they're saying, using what they're saying, and saying, well, how can it happen to me, but this happens to so and so and so, and they only been here for so and so and so. Basically, what I'm trying to say is stick up for yourself. Don't let people lie to you and let people make you believe that just because they are above you and they have their little fancy talk and they have their little politic words like George Carlin. I don't know if you know who George Carlin is, but if you listen to him, listen to Lying, Politics, and Words. That's all the words are. That's all that politicians or wannabe politicians, because these people aren't politicians. They're bootleg politicians in my eyes, and none of them are wise or self-educated. But if you self-educate yourself, then you will see what I'm saying. You won't be mad about what I'm saying. You'll understand what I'm saying. And you'll be able to, like I said, if you educate yourself, you'll be able to come at them full force and not be afraid. There's no need to be afraid of liars and cowards when you know the truth. If you know your worth, go out and get it. Tell them, I'm sick of the runaround. I'm sick of the lies. I'm sick of you trying to tell me what I need to do when you're not even doing your job. How can somebody who's not doing their job tell you what you need to do and what your job is when you already know what your job is, because you've been doing it since the beginning, since the first day you walked in there? How much longer do they want you to do it? For 10 more years before they finally give you what you already do? I'm too old for stuff like that, y'all. That's why I speak the way I do. That's why people don't like me. That's why people don't like the words that be coming out of my mouth. Like I'm Chris Tucker or somebody. Because they hate the truth. They're always going to hate the truth. Because they hide in this little shell that they think is going to protect them and make that little shell makes them feel important. But if you believe in that little shell, that you can't crack that little shell in half, then who do you have to blame but yourself? Stick up for yourself. Speak up for yourself. Do not be afraid to tell the truth. Don't be afraid to speak up for yourself. That's all this message is about. So not just employees out at City Barbecue, because I already know this company is a lie and a fraud. This is to the world. Anybody, any organization, no matter how big it is, no matter how wide it is spread, tell the truth about what you feel like you should get. If they're not going to respond the right way, if they're going to just keep treating you any type of way, Let it be known how you're being treated. Let your voice be heard. Be outspoken. Don't be like the rest of the people who would just sit back and say, "Oh, okay," and then work for 5 or 6 more years, work themselves to the ground from morning to night, doubles and all this other stuff, and not getting appreciated for it. Only person you have to blame is yourself when it comes to not getting what you feel like you deserve in the workplace if you don't speak up for yourself. Yeah, you might get fired. So what? Get fired. I got fired. Do it seem like I'm doing bad right now? No, I'm doing really good right now because I have my family. I have a job. I'm going to get another job within 2 days. I had another job with the Renaissance Fair, but that was only temporary. But I'm not afraid about it. I'm not. I know I can get another job. That's nothing. That's nothing at all. But me losing my dignity, that is something to me. And I'm speaking from the heart right now, and I'm done with this. This is basically over with. But what I want to tell every employee, no matter where you are, worldwide, to speak out. Always speak out. Never be afraid to speak